somewhere.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Is Charlie going to slightly defend me? It's no shot.
The relationship they had was poly.
You don't have to defend him. The wife left him, by the way, for another man. She went and got her holes resized by another man as...
The next step for what Hasan is going to do is he's going to Google this guy's name, go through his Twitter, and then he's going to Google the company and go through their Twitter to see if he can find anything that looks even remotely not supportive of progressivism on the whole.
Wait, what? Who the f is this kid? He said, I share as much misinformation as anyone on the right? Show me this motherfucker's Twitter right now.
Audience there, because I think Destiny called in to the Locale Live Discord to talk to Keemstar, Boogie, Wings of Redemption, and Tommy C. And with him, he brought one of his friends on his podcast, as well as XQC for some reason. XQC was there in the background. So there was a live audience to some degree, which is great. But yeah, this call happened. And yeah, what happened was that Destiny blew the lid open, basically. He straight up called him a liar about his cancer.
It wasn't difficult either. Like, Destiny didn't do anything. He just sat down and read a Wikipedia article, but Boogie went down tilt. He got really angry at being questioned in the first place. The entire drama was leading, like, for an entire hour. Wings, Keemstar, and the third guy, they all said, dude, everybody is questioning you at this point. If you have proof that you have cancer, show us. And he got really mad at this. He got very angry at the suggestion that he needs to show.
Apparently this guy hates me because I'm seeing all these other comments, okay? But I don't think this line here was actually an insult at me. I think this line was an insult at Boogie. When he says, I know you guys hear Wikipedia, you instantly get triggered, but when he says, all Destiny did was sit down and read a Wikipedia, and then Boogie like lost his mind, I don't think that's attacking me as like a Wikipedia reader. I think that's attacking Boogie that like somebody just read something real quick and then Boogie like completely went apeshit. Now, apparently he hates me because I'm seeing all these other quotes, but I don't know. We'll see.
Anybody proof, especially Jackson Clarke.
Yeah, and that's where the whole "who is Jackson Clarke" meme has now come from, because he would not stop saying my name specifically, which is why I woke up to a million comments and a million tweets and stuff at me and messages from Charlie saying you need to check this out. I thought something was like seriously wrong. I was
You're
like,
an overnight celebrity now, my friend. You should feel proud.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to Boogie and his lies. So yeah, let's just go into the clips. Hey, I've clipped about 20 segments from the stream that kind of illuminates what has happened in greater detail, especially with these lies. So yeah, we'll just play some clips right now. We can start with clip 1, which is Destiny joining the stream and immediately diving into his accusations.
All right, here we go. Hold on, let me turn this down a bit for myself.
It is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you explain?
Why would he call it polycythemia vera?
Wait, real quick. Was most of your info from Wikipedia for this particular thing? I don't think any of it came from Wikipedia. It was just like, but it was like random websites like Johns Hopkins. But again, not to like belabor the point. If you criticize somebody for using Wikipedia, you have to explain why the criticism makes sense. Like, there are going to be some things that Wikipedia is like a really good source for, and there's going to be some things that it's probably not as good of a source for. If you're talking about like surface level information on stuff, which for medical stuff, all of this was like very surface level information, like Wikipedia is probably fine. I don't know why you would criticize it. We're not looking for incredibly subtle, nuanced, historiography or, the incredibly detailed impacts that a particular theory in physics or mathematics had on the field, or the prevalence of, Wikipedia is very, 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 very good, exceedingly good at answering basic questions. So it doesn't really make sense to criticize Wikipedia, what produces energy in the cell. I'm pretty sure that's the mitochondria. Yeah, you really think that? What'd you get that off Wikipedia? Like, yeah, it's right. I don't know what you want me to say.
Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers?
Oh shit! And I was gonna say real quick too. Okay, sorry. There's a law student guy. I think he's a lawyer now. Cute. Who always emails me about legal things, about felony murder, telling me felony murder. Obviously, if you commit a felonious action, somebody's killed as a result of that felonious action, you can be held responsible for murder. He says, however, it's a hot mess of a doctrine. For example, the AI prompt you pulled stated that felony murder cannot be used if the underlying felony shares elements of murder. This is the standard rule. But here in my great state of Minnesota, we don't follow that rule. Minnesota is in the minority states that allows you to charge someone felony murder for the underlying crime of assault. Funnily enough, I don't agree with the minority opinion, but it's the law, so my opinion doesn't matter. Another thing, felony murder can come about in cases where the victim dies without being shot or attacked by the defendant. The famous example is if while robbing a bank you point a gun at a teller and that teller has a heart attack and dies, you could get charged for felony murder. Anyone who says legal equals error is obvious, doesn't practice criminal law, / doesn't know how felony murder works. To be honest, I'm too lazy to dig deep into Pennsylvania / federal case law to find out if you can felony murder from attempted murder. That being said, if I were legal, I would have checked in the jurisdiction before making it. It looked like reading the statute. It looked like you couldn't be charged for felony murder as well. But anyway, but okay, that's.
Then why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy?
What is Wings doing?
Yeah, I was staring at that.
Just to be clear, there is a world where he actually does have this cancer. Okay, remember my read on him is 90, or it's like 70% the person and 30% the medical stuff. Like. There is a world where
in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera. Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera?
So when I hear him say hormone markers in his blood, it sounds like he's talking about EPO. I still don't know how to pronounce this. Erythropoietin, right? Meaning if this is elevated, it's causing your body to produce more red blood cells, which is likely not the cancer, right? That means it's making more blood cells because you have hormones telling you to make more blood cells, which isn't cancerous. However, he could have heard his doctor say, hey, just so you know, we did a genetic test and you're positive for this mutation called JAK2. And he heard that and he might have thought, oh my God, yeah, well, I have this elevated hormone. I've got this hormone in my blood, by the way. He doesn't realize it's a mutation mutations wouldn't be like single nucleotide. What is a SNP? SNP? Single nucleopeptide? I don't remember. When you say a mutation, how many pairs are usually implied here? Oh, this is a whole ass gene. Okay. Well, anyway, regardless, the doctor could have told him that, and Boogie could just be saying it incorrectly, right? It is possible.
Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy?
So when he's ordering this bone marrow biopsy, he could be ordering it because Boogie might have conflicting symptoms. Boogie might have an elevation in his red blood cell count, but he could also have that JAK2 genetic mutation that would seem to be, oh, well, you probably have polycythemia vera. And he could also have an increase in the hormone for the increase in production of red blood cells. So the doctor's like, okay, well, fuck it. We're going to do a bone marrow biopsy just to confirm. We're gonna biopsy bone marrow because now we need like confirmation of this, right? All of these things could be possible. The only reason I think he's lying is because the way that he tells the story and changes the facts and everything else is just so fucking sketch. And I feel like it's come out now, I think through the playing the person and not the medical history, he's basically revealed, okay, yeah, I was never diagnosed with cancer, which he has said now, but yeah.
What is Wings doing?
Yeah, I was staring at that.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm.
Wait, hold on. Oh my dude, I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Okay? And you're going to, and I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I'll lay odds 3 to 5.
3 to 5. What strange
you off
odds.
yourself by the time you're 45.
Oh, God!
45. 3 to not 1 to 2 odds. 3 to 5 odds. I like very specific there. You're an exact like what a level. That's Gonzalo Olira, by the way, or whatever the fuck. The guy that died in Ukraine. Fuck him.
It would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation. The hormone marker.
Now I understand. Obviously, as a patient, you might use medical terminology that isn't the same as your doctor would use it. But would a doctor say you're diagnosed with something without confirming it? Would they do that? Also, we don't need to rewatch this whole thing again. What is this?
You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
Jesus Christ, dial down the Vyvanse, Destiny.
Hit me with the correct info if I'm wrong here, but from what I'm seeing, this show and ever since the fight and all that other stuff, Wings seems to be on a very slow actual redemption.
I don't know if it's just because of people that shit on me, or I don't know if there's like a, well, I know there's a something against, my God, I'm forgetting my vocabulary, my brain. It's all the ODing on drugs I do. Stigma. I kept thinking stimulant. There's a stigma against amphetamines in the medical world, but it's very funny because if you were to go back and look at any of my past behavior, people also always said that I was on amphetamines. But I'm pretty sure even now when I'm screaming at people, I'm significantly more chill than I used to be. I'm trying to think of the... What's that one song that goes dun 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 ba bum 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 bum? Do you know what I'm talking about? What's that called? Shooting Stars. Do I do the face wiggle on this one? Dude, I'm like losing my mind in the Sargon debate. And I'm like wiggling around. If they would have seen that, now it would be like 100% meth induced, yeah. But
arc. Am I wrong?
So
I like
okay.
Wings.
Yeah, so
I
here's
like
the thing.
Wings.
It was very, very smart of Wings to go on lol count because he gets to be opposite Boogie.
wait, pronounced by House himself.
Du jour on the bike circuit these days, still erythropoietin, or you guys just chugging battery acid?
Erythropoietin. Oh shit. Oh, I bet he's talking to this guy because he's talking about doping. Because this is all stuff that you run into when you're doing when you're doping, is like the elevation in this hormone and everything too, right?
Du jour on the bikes.
Lance Armstrong doped with EPO. That's why it's famous. Yeah. My biology is very bad here, or non-existent. But I think an elevation in red blood cells, like a bit, gives you an advantage because your blood can carry more oxygen or something. Like theoretically, like if you dope, it can help you with that. And so that might be one thing, that if you can get your body to produce more red blood cells, it helps you for certain types of endurance activities because you've got more. Yeah. So you might have an elevation in EPO if somebody's doping or something. Yeah. They didn't carry more oxygen. Yeah, so it makes sense that it would be right up here. Okay.
To take a bullet for them. Just a family man. Apparently he was a fire something. Sorry, I forget. But here's a photo of him with his daughter. And apparently he died because when he heard gunshots, he pushed both his wife and daughter to the ground and he threw himself on top of them to take a bullet for them. Just a family man. Apparently he was a firefighter, like the worst guy to hate. Possibly. You couldn't have shot more of a salt of the earth, regular.
God, my favorite my favorite local politics battle ever. Where are my 2000 to 2010 Omaha natives? Where are you guys at? I think I've spoken about this on stream before. There was this huge political deal in Omaha. And I think that the way that it was always referred to was 4 men on a truck. And the fighting between our volunteer firefighters and the city council for like pay and minimum staffing for trucks was always like the funniest fucking fights back and forth, where I'm not trying to shit on firefighters, okay? I'm not trying to shit on volunteer emergency services, okay? But I'm just saying this is how I remember it being, okay? So if you're an Omaha native, maybe I'm incorrect. But the issue is that people were mad because our firefighter squad, they were all volunteer. However, what supposedly, now maybe conservatives or whatever were lying about this, but supposedly what was happening is since they were volunteer and there weren't many calls a lot of the nights, you'd have these small business guys that would become volunteer firefighters. They'd show up at the fire station and they'd do their 12 or 24-hour shifts or whatever, but then they would just run their businesses out of the firefighter place. And they also, because emergency services, special services it's emergency services are so important for local elections, you got to have the backing of your police union, your firefighters. It's really important. The mayor would always kind of be cucked out to the emergency services. So firefighters say, listen, if you want us to do a call, you know, if we're going to get a 911 or whatever, the truck has to be fully staffed every single time. Okay. We need 4 men to staff a truck. And you would end up in these areas where like a grandma would call because she was like feeling short of breath, or there was a cat stuck in a tree or whatever. And every time they get a call like that, they'd roll out a whole truck with 4 guys on it, and they'd come out and it'd be like, okay, well, is this really the best use of city funds? But I just remember that fight back and forth was really funny because you had to tiptoe so carefully around talking about emergency services, because if you lost your support, yeah, you would literally fucking hit. Like, you never, ever, ever, at least in Omaha, maybe it's different in other cities, but in Omaha, you never wanted to go against your policemen or your firefighters. It was like a death knell to your campaign. Edward Norton's father was a firefighter in American History X. Nice. My dad was a firefighter, and he told me about this event that happened where a firefighter in Montreal went on strike for a day, and the mayor's house unfortunately burned down. Really? So how did that change? I don't know what they ended up doing with that. I have no idea. They also had issues with the police unions that were pension spiking like crazy as well. I don't know if that ever changed either. Where what would happen is the Omaha Police Department, they would pay your pension. It was based on, I think it was based on like, it was 70% of your salary or 70% of your total compensation for the last 2 years of work. So what would happen is you'd have these cops that were making $70,000 a year, and then in their last 2 years, they'd work a fuck ton of overtime. They might earn $110,000, $120,000, and then their retirement pension would end up being more than their base salary was when they were working. I don't know if any of it ever got fixed, but there's good memes, yeah. I'm a county police officer. The reason that fire trucks are used in my county for med calls is just because of manpower shortages. EMT pay is like $30K a year, but every firefighter is an EMT. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I understand. I'm not necessarily saying that's bad. I'm just saying, yeah. Omaha's pretty big. No, how is the fire department just volunteers? I don't know. When it says volunteer, that doesn't mean they worked for free. Like, they still got paid. No, wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense. What, as opposed to what, drafted firefighters? Why were they called volunteer? Did they ever say that? Did I just make that word up? Wait, what's the difference between, what is a volunteer firefighter? Volunteer and retained firefighters are expected to be on call to respond to emergency calls for long periods of time and are summoned to the fire station when their services are needed. Oh, maybe volunteers just like for extra staffing or something. And then non-volunteers are like full-time, staffed by the city officially. Maybe, yeah, okay. Maybe something like that. Damn, bro. Last night, I was watching some Better Call Saul clips. Do you notice how all the senators became really upset about Kamala's qualifications and the lack of a primary overnight? Almost like new talking points dropped. Yeah, remember, hey, marching orders. Hello, Democrats. I'm beaming this into your brain, okay? If any of them complain, although, also, why the f*** are conservatives even talking about the Democratic nomination process? Fuck off. This isn't your process. Go the f*** away. If Democrats have a problem with it, we'll talk about it, okay? You have no right to even question our process. Fuck you, okay? Number one. Number two, oh, I'm sorry. Democratic processes are really important. Where the f*** were you when Nikki Haley was asking Trump to do debates for the Republican primaries? Where were your issues during that? Notice how he skipped every single one of those and said he didn't want to do a single debate? Because why? Because he was polling well and he didn't want to risk losing. Very democratic of you guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Working Joe, poor guy who just wanted to save his family. And Destiny's on Twitter saying he deserved it. This is the f***ing that got killed at the Trump rally, f***ing LMAO. And then somebody else says, dude, you need to calm down. And he says, I'm sure Corey and Babbitt, that's the lady that died in the January 6th thing, are both having fun with each other in hell right now. Smiley face.
Okay, that might be the most unhinged one. Jesus.
Somebody else says, dude, this is a really bad look. Like, you're gloating about a regular innocent civilian's death. Is this really the hill you want to die on? And he goes, don't you mean the bleachers he wanted to die on?
Jesus.
And he's been going. I'm only showing like 3 tweets, but he's been going like dozens and dozens and dozens of fucking tweets and having a meltdown. I don't know if he's on stimulants. I don't know if he took too much Vyvanse.
It's always so weird to like go to this. Like, are you on finasteride or like why are we hiding our hairline here? It's just such a weird go-to. It's always like it's either the cuck jokes, I guess now it's the amphetamine jokes, or the divorcelli jokes. Maybe something relating to my kid.
And mixed it with Red Bull. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know.
regardless, it's a gross.
He's torching all of his bridges right now. Like, everybody is disgusted by this behavior on all sides. He's still getting some likes from like the lunatics in his audience, like thousands of likes from people going, haha, yeah, this regular working Joe is definitely in hell right now. But most people, they're disgusted with this.
Creators and personalities should not be encouraging this kind of behavior. This is like literally the stuff that, you know, corrupts and decays society. You should not be fantasizing about executing and killing your fellow countrymen, regardless of your differences in political opinions. Like, that is actually crazy.
Well, it's dehumanization. Like, that's been going on both sides for years now, and it's reached the point where people view people on the opposing side as the ultimate evil. The right views the left as the ultimate evil. Left views the right as the ultimate evil.
Yeah, because
so
the political parties themselves also encourage it. The political parties themselves also encourage it.
No, they fan the flames.
Well, that's the other thing. For 8 years now, again, this guy was 12 years old, the shooter, when Trump got elected. And in those 8 years, what have we heard besides literally Hitler, punch a Nazi, all Trump supporters are Nazis. If you see somebody wearing a MAGA hat, punch them, kill him. Subhuman, end of democracy, doom, last election ever. Well, this is the fucking result of that.
True. It's only been Democrats doing it over and over and over again. Every time you think of Republicans, you think of the most tame, hinged, unifying voices in the entirety of the media. We didn't have joke after joke of fucking George Floyd, of people laughing about the Zimmerman Trayvon Martin stuff, of people talking about warrior genes and black crime and how evil the BLM protests are, and how trans people are trying to chop people's cocks off, about how Muslims and Mexicans are invading our country to and kill all of us.
Right? This is what happens when you tell young people that their lives will literally end if they do not kill Hitler. It's like the thing, like if you had a time machine, would you go back in time and snipe Hitler? And now they find themselves in a conundrum because obviously they have to condemn it. But
also, how funny here that the shooter was a Republican and nobody seems to mention that. You better believe that if that shooter was a Democrat, it would be brought up every single second of the day. But somehow it's liberals' fault for radicalizing the registered Republican shooter who, okay. The guy who I think was like an antisocial person his whole life. Wasn't that, I'm repeating shit. I've only seen the headlines. I haven't dug deep on him or anything, but. Why does no one ever show the tweet that you were responding to where he said 100% he'd save Putin over his own countrymen and women in a fire? Oh, true. Oh, I let these guys dictate I could gaslight too much. That is what I was responding to. You're right. Because that guy did have some unhinged tweets. True.
Also, didn't you tell us that he is literally Hitler? So isn't it actually a good thing to shoot Hitler? Like, it's very awkward for them right now. Like, Joe Biden has been calling this guy literally Hitler and an existential threat to all of our lives, and he's gonna round up all of the gay people and gas them. Well, then isn't it good that he got shot? And he goes, no, we can never encourage that. It's very awkward right now. They either have to admit that they like this or that they were full of shit for 8 years. So yeah, Destiny is not. He's genuinely melting down, and I'm seeing a lot of his fans also saying that, dude, this is too far. And here's one example from Reddit. Somebody on Reddit says, yeah, I gotta take a break from Destiny and this community. My friend's mom was right next to the guy who got killed.
Destiny genuinely melting down. Destiny has been going on dozens of tweets. Oh, this is all the same shit. Oh, we've got
happy family, and Destiny doesn't have that. I mean, Destiny, just to...
Jesus Christ, what?
You only don't get it. Well, I do get it. I understand. Like Corey, that man was everything that Destiny simply is not. He was a man. He was a happy man with a happy family, and Destiny doesn't have that. I mean, Destiny, just to
be clear, okay? This is just as cringe, and also I'm the only motherfucker in media that will do this, that will criticize both sides, and not fake criticize the right and seriously criticize the left. Okay? I'm the only one who criticizes both sides on this, okay? I'm sorry, okay, if it sounds mean, but George Floyd was kind of a loser, okay? And people building monuments to him or people like worshiping him or calling him a hero is bullshit. He was a loser. He died in the commission of a crime. I think trying to sell or buy something with fake money or whatever. Like, yeah, he's probably a loser, okay? That being said, he didn't deserve to get killed by the cops. Okay, that was atrocious, right? I think Chauvin was probably held appropriately responsible for that. He didn't need to be killed by the cops. On the flip side of that, you don't know anything about this firefighter, that he had a happy life, that he had a wonderful family. You have no fucking idea. What are you talking about? Why are you cringy? Like, this is so cringe that you would just assume, like, oh yeah, like this guy, I think that he like saved, children in his free time and volunteered at soup kitchens, I'm sure, and made love to his wife every single night and tucked in all of his children and read them age-appropriate bedtime stories and was there for every, like, wait, bro, you don't know anything about this guy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Since chat's at Mel time, let's play this classic.
He has my thing on fucking on repeat.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Maybe he just came
Can you
in his
recap
pants.
the clip for audio listeners of what we're watching here?
Yeah, so the audio clip is randomly about Destiny is sitting in his chair.
Okay. He's a cuckold. Yes.
Sing together. I don't know about this second base claim or whatever, but at the time, low dance
by Fleur Mel, and it's some.
Oh wait! Oh my God! Is Charlie actually gonna slightly defend me or call out how unhinged he is? No shot.
Random other dude, and they start to get up, and they're being just playful and flirty, and she's basically about to get to second base because she's getting turned on by another man. As
like, you understand, we f other people, right? Like, the idea of none of this is really relevant to the grand scheme of the fact that we are in an open relationship. We f other people. Like, it's just such a stupid fucking.
Destiny is sitting in his chair, fucking playing.
That's exaggeratory. Okay. They're dancing together. They're slow dancing together. I don't know about this second base claim or whatever, but at the time, the relationship they had was poly. So it's not like an unheard of thing to have other women or other men in the relationship, if I remember
He's
correctly.
a cuckold. You don't have to defend him.
he's
It's
a
fine.
cuck.
Like,
He's debunked the cuck shit like 2 other times before to Kaya. Okay.
this guy's a genuine fucking scumbag. He's a cuckold, and the wife left him, by the way, for another man. She went and got her holes resized by another man as Destiny was just sitting in a fucking little chair.
It's also such a weird, okay, and also, listen, Mel, okay, I'm not here to defend Mel, but it's also weird how it's like green light to not only attack me for weird shit, which, listen, if I was a cuck, and hell yeah, I'm going to get the biggest, baddest, blackest cock, okay, to penetrate my submissive, would the wife be submissive in a cuckold situation? Whatever the right? But it's also the fact that not only they attack me, they also say weird, gross things about the women involved too. Or did I misunderstand? But did you say get her hole resized?
Back, he's a cuckold, and the wife left him, by the way, for another man. She went and got her holes resized by
That's so fucking weird.
Another man as Destiny was just sitting in a fucking little chair and hitting on people, just wishing for irregular people to get murdered. So f him right in his goddamn face. Genuine subhuman behavior, dude.
Wait, what's the subhuman behavior? The making fun of the firefighter guy, or like a sexual fetish? Like let's, like, even if I was a cuck, why? How does that make me subhuman? It's such a weird, creepy.
I don't
this much that you want like random family members to just get shot.
Oh, there we go.
He went on
Backed up.
stream and he
Okay, there we
said,
go.
"Yeah, if my mother and father attended a Trump rally, I would be okay with them getting shot." How deranged do you have to be?
Yeah.
To say such a thing? It is insane.
Wishing violence on anyone is bad. I agree, Kaya. All right. Do you guys have anything else?
Any other unhinged? Keep it up, Steven. All they're doing now is character assassination. They feel the heat. Well, no, I mean, that's always what they always do. Yeah.
Nothing on my end.
Not really.
No.
Do you not feel the need to correct them every time they say you said he deserved it or you wanted it?
Trump is an insurrectionist, like threatening to end democracy if he wins again. And it looks like he's going to win, right? Like, let's pretend it looks like he's going to win. We don't know, obviously. Do you think the next logical step is to shoot him?
The next logical step, probably not.
What would that be then?
I don't know, probably protests. You should probably exhaust every single legal means you have available to you before you move to forms of nonviolent demonstrations, and you should exhaust every single nonviolent option available to you before you move on to targeted violent demonstrations. Like there's like a escalatory path you could take, probably pretty similar to what MLK did for the civil rights stuff. I was pretty clear when I can say the level of the hinge is if people get blown away at rallies where they're championing like an insurrectionist, I have no sympathy for it. That's like if you want to get an Austrian conversation about the full ignition, I wouldn't advocate for violence. I don't think we should go out and be killing anybody for a variety of reasons, of which I detailed in the space. I think that the first step should always be legal processes. The next step should always be committed forms of nonviolent protest, and then if it escalates, then you start going through violent things. You really feel like you have to, but those are like your pathways. You have to exhaust every stage before you move to the next. I can correct it, but the problem is I just don't think people understand. I think probably the hardest thing I've seen in regards to like a tough love scenario is I knew a person who had a child, and that child until they were like 21, I think. After high school, they never went to college. They couldn't really hold on a job, and they kept and they just leached off their parents. And eventually, the parents had to kick them out. And the child complained, and they did the whole like rigmarole of like, mom, like I'm homeless, like blah blah, like calling just to mom to try to get back in. And I think it's hard to make people understand sometimes that like you can feel bad for somebody while also like not having sympathy for them. You can be sympathetic to the circumstances, but not sympathetic to the individual event itself. Like I don't know, but my guess is everybody understands this, but you just want to get your hits in for your social media virtue signaling. I think everybody understands this, right? Like anybody dying at any political event ever in the United States is tragic. It's always sad. It's always a bad thing. You never. I've said this a million times. I'll continue to say, you never want anybody. You should never be cheering for people to get killed. It's a horrible thing. But I mean, like, if people are engaged in certain types of behavior, and as a result of that, like, tragic stuff happens, like, damn. I mean, like, it's sad that like this is the behavior in the road that we went down. But like, am I gonna feel sympathy at this individual moment in time? Like, probably not. Not as much. Not for the particular moment. Maybe for like the overall person's life. But what is this? Destiny's whole stick. He means shtick. Is that he says retarded shit to rile people up and get them to debate bro him on stream for clicks. All pass. His station in life is to suck the bull's sperm out of his wife's stretched out. That's not someone on equal footing. That guy's thought about this quite a lot. J6
Vice President Mike Pence, who says the violence and destruction taking place
this, obviously this.
And it must stop now.
If people have to protest and people want to riot, I'd much rather they actually take it up with the politicians who make all the shitty laws that we have to live under, rather than burn their own neighborhoods and burn mom and pop shops and kill random pedestrians. This is much better. Also, these motherfuckers have achieved more in a single day than BLM and Antifa did in literally 3 months.
Stand down. Let me paint the scene for you.
Look at them.
I can't tell. Is he a conservative or just retarded? Like anti-establishment or what? I have no idea.
Running amok in here.
You have White House officials who are huddled in their offices who are watching all of this unfold. I spoke with one.
He's a Turk living in Germany, by the way. Wait, what? What is this? 4 years ago. What happened to Kaya? I remember discovering the podcast. He was the funny, sarcastic one with dark humor. Now he's basically pro-Trump, streaming right now on Twitch and leading a cult of Trumpists and literally idiots. I check out his Discord in the same audience. Also, lately on the podcast, he seems to lean more and more right. Honestly, I don't think anything has changed about him, just the topics he brings up. It's been a very political time for the internet in America. Why was I link this? Hey, you salty sped. I responded. I love Charlie, but hearing Kaya talking about Ukraine was just sad. It felt insane how he's blaming victims in a war where civilians are getting murdered and having everything stolen from them and being like, why are they fighting back? It just feels so gross to me. Oh, so he's just like on all the anti-establishment shit. Alex Mahadavan, who works to debunk misinformation as the director of MediaWise at the Poynter Institute, a nonpartisan nonprofit organization, said young people's increased trust in the online chattering class rather than in the mainstream media was a problem because content creators, unlike most journalists, are bound by no journalistic ethics. That pertains to people across the political spectrum. Hasan Piker, a popular left-leaning streamer on Twitch and YouTube, shares as much misinformation as anyone on the right. Oh no! Oh no! I'm not here, am I? Oh, okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
What? The voices young conservatives are listening to online. What?
It's funny, he's only getting this linked because he wants to see his name in it. There's no shot that he would read an article longer than like 180 characters.
Alex Mahadevan, who works to debunk misinformation at the director of Poynter.
Oh, hold on. Just as a quick thing. his next step here, the reason why I was late today, again, is because I was pre-watching everything. The next step for what Hasan is going to do is he's going to Google this guy's name, go through his Twitter, and then he's going to Google the company and go through their Twitter to see if he can find anything that looks even remotely not supportive of progressivism on the whole. And then he's going to call them Nazis or genocide supporters or whatever he can find to link them to a bad particular thing. And then he's going to write them off and move on from there. There you go.
Institute, a nonpartisan nonprofit organization. Wait, what? Who the f is this kid? He said, I share as much misinformation as anyone on the right.
Oof.
A nonpartisan nonprofit organization said young people's increased trust in the online chatter in class rather than mainstream media was a problem because, bro, you have to be on crack cocaine to have this take. Was a problem because content creators, unlike most journalists, are bound by journalistic ethics that pertains to people across the political spectrum. Hasan Piker, a popular left-leaning streamer on Twitch and YouTube, shares as much misinformation as anyone on the right, he added. Mr. Mahadevan said the preference for content that a firm believes stem from what he called a core human desire, the need for validation.
Oh, no.
Show me this motherfucker's Twitter right now.
Hold on. Player Piano, thank you for the 10 gift subs.
What the fuck is this dipshit talking about?
It's going to be something about Israel.
What the
That's my
absolute
guess.
fuck is
Something
this
about Israel.
dipshit talking about? And this dumb fuck follows me too.
Find something to discredit him. Let's go. Something
Dumb
up.
centrist fuck.
Oh, okay. Centrist. Okay. True. Okay. Keep going.
I like that he waited for the end of the open.
Okay. Keep going. Don't worry. You'll find something to write him off. You can do it.
Bro, in an article.
Do you agree with the article's claim as a whole? Like, does Hasan share as much misinfo as someone like Tim Pool? Yes, absolutely. Or maybe more, just because of the raw amount of hours that he streams. Like, Tim Pool shares as much misinformation as possible, but I think Hasan does as well. I mean, like, if you want to see the quality of the man, I mean, like, this is Hasan's style of research. How many Twitter threads do we have open today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 Twitter threads today. Wow. And this open tab right here might be 20. If that, oh no, that's the article. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Hasan is he's pervasive when it comes to spreading misinformation.
Where they're talking about like people consistently in an article where you are talking about right-wing sentiment and how much misinformation plays in the right-wing sphere. To turn around and be like, actually, there's a guy out there who's, reporting on said misinformation.
Duck Festini Fan 1, thanks for the 10 gifted subs.
Me, and addressing it with empirical evidence. Love that
never happening.
I love that the fucking Pointer Institute.
Oh, hold on.
Top funders of Pointer Institute.
Oh, here we go.
Idiotic.
Maybe military industrial complex. What can we find? Come on, you can find something. Oh, wait. Do you think that politics streamers not being bound by journalist ethics is an actual issue? Yeah, of course. It's a huge issue. Alternative media is dog shit when it comes to sourcing or ethics or anything like that. Yeah, 100%.
Have him on the defend his take? I do want to have him on the defend his take.
Oh, now he wants to debate this guy?
This just seems like you're whining.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Okay, you know what? What the fuck am I doing? This loser has 2,000 fucking Twitter followers and works for a fucking right-wing or centrist, hyper-centrist think tank.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway. You're going to blow him up? He said your name on purpose? Yeah. Top donors from the Charles Koch Institute. The Stand Together Fellowship from the Charles Koch Institute.
There we go. Koch brothers. Yep. Far right. We got him. We can ignore this, guys.
No, you're not whining. You take your news accuracy seriously. When some fucker questions that, of course you're upset. Yeah, no.
We got him.
He's very pro-Israel too in all of his writings. Yeah, that's probably why he's saying I'm spreading misinformation because I think Palestinians are human beings.
Got the Israel
thing. Shut the fuck up
okay.
with this dumb poop sock, brother. Are you a fucking child? The New York Times. This asshole's on the fucking New York Times being like, oh, this dude is spreading as much misinformation. Most of my commentary hyper focuses on right-wing misinfo. The people that this article is literally about. People that I've directly called out for spreading misinformation. And this centrist Koch-back think tank guy goes in and is like, oh, actually the left is spreading misinformation as well. Yeah, you're right, dude. Extremely both sides.
I don't know how I do it. I'm sorry, guys.
What are you doing? Why are you posting your own fucking tweets?
It's hard to pre-watch reality. Now we just need to say it was a DGGer. He's a secret DGGer.
There's nothing more frustrating than a shitty, supposedly centrist liberal, okay, operating in a fucking supposedly centrist think tank that gets money from the Koch brothers, or the Koch brother now, okay, that turns around on both sides of the shit. It's like, just say it with your chest. Like, who the fuck wrote this article, dude? How are you on crack? You just didn't, like, I got a mention, but I didn't get a call? That's crazy. Bad journalism, in my opinion.
True.
Mr. Mahadevan said the preference for content affirmed belief stems from what he calls a core human desire, the need for validation. Confirmation bias and motivated reasoning are so powerful in humans, he said. We want to believe the facts that confirm what we think. Yeah, Mr. Mahadevan added the way some people selectively consumed mainstream media news was exemplified after the shooting of Mr. Trump at campaign rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday. What did I do? Most of what I did after he got shot was literally actively cast aside misinformation and explain to people media literacy. This is most of what I do is media literacy.
Media literacy. Unreal. How many Twitter tabs do we have open here? I'm curious. Can anybody go through? Like, you know what? Fuck it. I got nothing better to do. Do you think we can find him reading a full article a single time today? Because he's got like 4 or 5 articles open. I wonder if he ever has read a full news article. Let's check. Okay, well, we've got watching him on a show, tweets, camera, YouTube video, tweets, YouTube video, oh, tweet video. Oh, we brought up an article. Hold up. Is he reading an article?
Anyway, the line of
oh my God, he might be.
I'm so scared that they're going to go with fucking Pete Buttigieg, though. Now, that's a motherfucker who's not pro-labor. Okay? He doesn't have the instinct. He only fights in a way that appeals to liberals. He's just, he is basically our J.D. Vance. He's got more charisma than J.D. Vance, but that's not saying much, because J.D. Vance is like a Donald Trump Jr. style
what?
Pick. Anyway, the line of Louisville, baby.
Okay, he's going to read it.
Yeah, that would be fucking terrible. Do you remember on the picket line, he sounded like a strikebreaker spy? I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
read
as
it.
labor.
He's going to read it.
Not as labor, as trans. It wasn't the best deal. Oh, actually, an interesting question. Family father, man. Like, I'm kind of jumping over things that I wanted to get to in a timely manner because I just got, you know, I'm a fan of this man. Like, as far as I've seen, he seems like a really, really solid choice. This is our best ticket. Bashar, absolutely.
Okay, another tweet. Wait, back to this article.
A black and Indian woman on the ticket.
We got this article.
Goddamn tweet and message.
Oh, another article.
He's got a focus group happening in the back of his fucking mind at all times. He's a McKinsey guy. He's
Does he literally? He actually just reads headlines? Is this the actual meme? Does he actually read any of these?
He's got a focus group happening in the back of his fucking mind at all times. He's a McKinsey guy. Anyway, but yeah, he's pro-union.
About their campaign was just me.
Okay.
Shapiro, fuck no.
More of a YouTube video thing.
There's got to be a limit.
Okay. Another YouTube video.
I know he's like thinking in his mind. Vance.
YouTube video. Oh, tweet.
2 things. There's 2 do that last time around.
Camera.
Here's JD Vance is doing that too, by the way. He is on the ballot. Singular
Twitter video. Tweet.
Vice President Kamala Harris. Do you think personally?
Oh, hold on. Oh no, wait. Is this the thing that triggered him? Yeah, this is the thing that triggered him. He didn't read this article.
Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy.
YouTube video.
So I actually made a bet.
Hutch, probably shitting on Hutch.
I made a $100 bet that they would not replace Biden, and I'm hoping. I think there's like a 50-50.
Dude, why the f would you get your politics from a goddamn Call of Duty player, dude? Like, I'm sorry, you're like, this is what you deserve. If you're like, oh, I wonder what like an older COD player has to say about this particular thing, like you deserve to.
Hutch has read more news articles cover to cover in 1 month than Hasan has in 2 years. I'd bet my life on that. Easy.
Be wrong all the time. Like, that's just what's going to happen.
50 chance that he forgets.
MSNBC, and at a time, he's hitting.
YouTube video. Tweet.
Literally avoid the name association.
Tweet.
Thank you, guys.
Another video.
Thing in my power.
YouTube video. Tweet.
With
YouTube video.
She's definitely not going to do it.
Tweet.
Voter.
Wait. Hold on. This is an article.
Who's in support of Benjamin.
Is he going to read this one?
Voters used to reckon with this reality.
Oh my God. Hold on. He might be reading this article.
Obama was another economy, and Barack Obama just by his millions of people who actually been with insane with.
Okay.
That's true. It was one of the best. Obama was another guy, by the way.
Okay. Here we go.
For Kamala being better in Gaza, I think, like I said, it's a bit of a tricky situation. She's on issues where Joe Biden is weak or was weak. Scahill actually scrutinized the record. Harris better the Gaza war even if she expressed moral and tactical disagreement while she does not have half a century of overwhelming support for Israel's brutality and militarism like Biden.
Jeremy Scahill is one of the disgusting authors that was involved in denying the any of the sexual assaults, or at least any of the reporting on the sexual assaults on The Intercept. He's the guy that started with Ryan Grimm and somebody else that drop news or whatever, drop site news.
And she does have a record of hardline support for Israel. So, like, what I'm looking for in this situation is she going to be... Obama was another guy, by the way, who was critical of Israel, and then on his way out, he gave $38
Well, he
billion
at least
to Israel.
read
That's
this
after
article.
Netanyahu called him boy, basically, over and over again. Netanyahu famously said Barack Obama was a young boy who didn't know anything about the Middle East.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, dude.
Banning
Do you mean Joe Biden is a secret Jew?
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
So I think she will pick up a lot. She will pick up. There's like 8. Didn't just read like.
Okay, here we go.
Within hours of Joe Biden announcing he would not seek re-election, the Democratic Party's power elite began consolidating their support for Vice President Kamala Harris. I think Michigan, in the critical state of Michigan alone, where a devastating poll from the Detroit Free Press on Sunday morning showed Biden down 7 percentage points to Trump across the state, where there were over 100,000 uncommitted primary voters. You will not win Michigan if you don't fix the message on Gaza. And not only the
kind of skipped the middle sentence there, but that was okay. Still counts. I'll give him the first paragraph. He skipped like half of it, but that's okay.
fix the message on Gaza. But you also have to demonstrate that there is now a change in attitude that people can believe in. Okay. It's over. It's Jover at that point. It's actually fucking super Jover.
Is this an article from someone he agrees with? Yes. This is a disgusting misinformation propagandist. This guy, I think this guy's actually on my blacklist for like, you just shouldn't even waste your time reading unless you want to just do research to like debunk bad talking points. Okay, but don't worry. Let's see. But listen, hey, if at least he reads something, even if it's a bad article, at least he reads it.
Who can usher historic policy domestically and abandon the genocidal course charted in Gaza and beyond. America needs a candidate who can inspire voters to come out of the ballot box this November.
Okay. Nice.
75% of those uncommitted voters will fold when faced with Trump in a re-election. Primaries, meh. It appears to me that I have more Democrat. Okay, this attitude is exactly how Trump won.
Oh my God, he's gonna read this. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Okay,
I believe
Party
him.
has like convinced. Nah, they'll just get scared and they'll vote.
He's gonna do
it's
it.
Very stupid. I don't know how the Democratic Party and the media apparatus that accompanies the Democratic Party has
He's
like
gonna
convinced
do it.
normal people, not people who's.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Harris plans private meeting with Netanyahu. She skips congressional address. The vice president was scheduled to attend an event for a Zeta Phi Beta sorority in Indianapolis before the Israeli prime minister's address date was sent.
No, okay. He's gonna read this article. This article's like 3 paragraphs. He'll read this one.
She's not going to be there for BB's joint address to Congress, but will conduct a separate bilateral meeting with the Israeli prime minister this week at the White House.
Okay. Oh my God, we're gonna get this one. We're gonna do this one.
To attend an event for a sorority. That doesn't really mean much. Like that's something you can totally say you're not going to if you thought it was important enough for you to put yourself out there as someone who's.
That's fine. We count it. We count those.
Be speaking to Congress.
We count those.
They just want every
come on, one more.
Americans
There's like one more paragraph in 2 sentences. You can do it. Come on.
That's got to be the reason. Because
he's on the perfect line. Come on, one more.
This ICJ decision coming down, declaring Israel to be an apartheid state. Okay, something that pretty much every NGO, every human rights organization agrees on, including Israeli human rights organizations.
Come on. You got it.
It's just completely ridiculous. You have upcoming ICC arrest warrants. The ICJ just said they're great.
You can do it. In a one-on-one meeting with Netanyahu.
So,
okay.
We'll look at John Oliver in a little bit. So,
he's an actual headline reader. He's like, this is the cancer killing my country, unironically. Whoa, wait, he's coming back.
I have confidence.
Oh, he's coming back. In her one-on-one meeting. Okay, there's like, oh my God, he's so close. Hold on, we can do this.
In Kamala Harris.
Let's go. As far
as like changing the course, changing the trajectory of like.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. In her one-on-one meeting with Netanyahu.
Years, absolutely is not the person. Israel security and right to defense. But we shall see.
Hold on.
In her one-on-one meeting with Netanyahu, Harris plans to reiterate her commitment to Israel's security and right to defend itself, but will also convey her view that it is time for the war to end in a way where Israel is secure, all hostages are released, the suffering of Palestinian civilians in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can enjoy their right to dignity, freedom, and self-determination. Harris also plans to discuss the ongoing negotiations on a ceasefire deal. There's some daylight between Harris and Biden on the issue of Israel and Gaza for months. Since the beginning of the war, Harris has been telling colleagues in the administration, including Biden, that she wants the White House to show more concern publicly for the humanitarian damage in Gaza. This at least shows that she has the right political instincts, even if she does not morally care about apartheid and genocide.
He's going to do this. He will get through this article. 3 more paragraphs, and then I think that's it.
Better than Joe, I guess.
Come on. You can do it.
Not saying much.
He's on the run.
To state solution. Close to the vice president's office said she believes the United States should be tougher on Netanyahu.
He's not even skipping sentences on this one.
A long-term peace deal and a 2-state solution.
Okay.
President pro tempore Patty Murray, who would have been next in line to the president over Netanyahu's joint address, declined to do so, according to a spokesperson. The person also told Politico the senator won't be attending the address at all. A growing number of congressional Democrats are boycotting the event. Every Democrat should boycott this event.
Okay.
It is ridiculous.
This is the end.
Senator Ben Cardin will instead be the senator behind Netanyahu on Wednesday, according to a person familiar with the plans who was granted anonymity to discuss private conversations. Meanwhile, Capitol Police officials have warned lawmakers and staff about the protesters in the days leading up to the visit from Netanyahu. There will be increased security around the Capitol complex, especially Wednesday when Netanyahu is scheduled to speak.
Good job. Thank God. My new streamer. Hell yes.
Are you condemning a lie? What? Dude, come on. Is this the top of the hour ad break debate? Is that what we're doing now? You didn't even spell it correctly. No. Well, I'm not lying. At the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break regardless. It will also, once again, look really fucking bad. Oh, by the month, user on your favorite. Harris supported Biden's policies, even if she Jonathan Liz for Haaretz.
We went back to this article.
And to even expend political capital. And if she doesn't do that, I suspect she will lose Michigan, regardless. And she won't be able to capture enough of the youth vote that the Democrats desperately need.
Okay, hold on. He's about to read this paragraph.
Jonathan Liz for Haaretz says those around Indiana say the meeting with Biden may not take.
Okay. He's going to do. Hold on.
Anyway, Harris supported Biden's policies even if she raised tactical objections or expressed moral unease with the horrifying death toll. While Harris is not Biden and does not have half a century of overwhelming support for Israel's brutality and militarism fueling her positions, she does have her own record of hardline support for Israel, both as senator and as vice president.
Okay.
Soon after being elected in the Senate in 2016, Harris earned the reputation as an ardent defender of Israel.
This is a big paragraph he's about to read. I hope he breaks it up with some commentary.
Spoke 2 years in a row at AIPAC. Conferences co-sponsored legislation aimed at undermining the United Nations resolution condemning Israel's illegal annexation of Palestinian land. One of her first international trips as a senator was to Israel, where she met Benjamin Netanyahu in 2017. I support the United States' commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. Harris told an AIPAC conference that year. That was Obama. That was Obama's wonderful gift on his way out. I believe the bonds between the United States and Israel are unbreakable, and we can never let anyone drive a wedge between us. As long as I'm a United States senator, I will do everything in my power to ensure broad and bipartisan support for Israel's security and right to self-defense.
Damn, that was a huge paragraph.
Harris has compared building support for Israel and the coalitions forged during the U.S. civil rights movement and embraced President Donald Trump's Abraham Accords, just like the rest of the fucking dumbasses in the Democratic Party. Achievement in 2016, okay. Especially crimes against Palestinians,
nice.
Weapons to Israel is one of those like about it.
Oh, he might read one more.
Yell about Bernie Sanders as well.
Wait,
I have to fix that if she wants to.
He has read 2. We give him that.
Anyway. Wait, Israel didn't like the nuclear deal? Of course, more than it. I don't know what will have confidence that she is.
Don't know about
all those things.
Tweet. YouTube
Democrat
video.
Governor, and now we'll be and insane if you care
Video,
about
tweet. YouTube video. YouTube video.
She made
policy.
Video.
Quit. And to turn dumb
tweet.
To go out of your way.
Video.
Then,
chat. TikTok. Video.
Because
Video.
So honestly,
video. Okay.
Gretchen Whitmer with the track record on
2 articles. We give him that. Okay.